Hey guys, welcome back. So we're continuing on the room tour and I wanted to show you. So here is my spray box, and where I keep it is right underneath that table. So it's, when you see my scrap desk, it's right behind my scrap desk, so I can pull it out whenever I need to spray something. Here's my Fiskars embossing thing, and I've used it a few times, but I'm not sure I'm going to keep it because I don't use it very often. I mean, it's not taking up much space, and I do use it on occasion. Here's my Martha Stewart scoring board. Back here in this file is all my stencils or my masks. This is going to be interesting. How am I going to show you all this? But anyway, I mean, that's what's in here. And then, there you go. So, the ones in the back I haven't filed yet, but I try to keep them in, like, some sort of, like, here's stencils, like some sort of themed filing is what I try to do with that. So that's there. And then I have stitching templates in here. And for now, this is the temporary home of my one little word and my Move More, Eat Well classes for the year. And then that's the first half of my Project Life binder. My Project Life binders are always, there's always 2 binders for my Project Life, and that's the first one. And I just keep it down there. And then if we turn over, here we go. So up here, now we're getting into the spot of my, and I'm going to try not to move you too much, but I got to get up off the floor. Here's my workstation. Here's where I work. There's where my video camera normally stays. You can see the kids' playroom beyond my room. Here. And so here's my desk. So I have 3 OT lights on my desk right now, and it's still not solving the lighting problem. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but we'll figure it out. I have paint brushes and things back there in that little container. There's all my scissors. That's just a bin of miscellaneous stuff. My embossing buddy and my power tool. There's my heat gun. This is like my palettes, my little just paint things, and then my baggies. Here are tools I use a lot. So there's my mat tool, my Xyrons back there. All of my sponges for my Distress inks sit in here. So you guys can see what's in there. And then, look, here's my tape dispenser. Ain't it awesome? And then here are all my adhesives in this little round thing. And then more tools that I use all the time. And my husband finally loaded my ATG. Woohoo! So I'll be using that. Here are my fabric scissors. I keep them separate from the rest of my scissors, because my husband knows if he takes those, I'll smack him. Here's my bone folder. There's my 2 corner choppers. My file set. All my rulers. You know, stuff like that. There's my cutter for my Martha Stewart cutter. And here's my distress tool, which I'm going to hang on there now. And needle, that's my adhesive remover, and always white floss that's here. All important, baby wipes, my trimmer, my mat, and then underneath there is where I keep my misting mat, my art mat, the non-sticky one. So that's my work mat, and then I have my embossing thing, my scrap buddy, or whatever you call that thing there, which I keep my drinks on. And then if you come down here, these are embellishments I've bought recently and haven't put away yet. And then back there are all my 12 by 12 sticker sheets. So I keep them back there. And then behind there are 12 by 12 themed sticker sheets. So if the theme of the sticker sheet is like travel, they get thrown in these folders. And then that is all stuff that needs to be scrapbooked, and it's all organized by year, so I'll eventually hopefully get around to it. Back on the floor. Here's a bag I keep next to my desk, and it's my most recent scraps. And I'll show you where they permanently live in a minute. And this here, this Sterilite container, is my Project Life sort of cart. So on top here are like my 4x6 and my 3x4 cards. my Becky Higgins cards. And then if you look in here, I have a bunch of manila tags, and this is mostly Martha Stewart, like these metal tags and things like that in the back. And then just die cuts that I made on the silhouette are in this front little container. And then in here, this little black thing doesn't really fit in there, but it works. Miscellaneous stuff. There's a lot of miscellaneous stuff in my room. And then these little bags I got from 2Ps, some canvas pieces. Here's labels that I've cut, and now they sit here. All those, I got these from 2Ps too. They're like the vellum arrows and the vellum speech bubbles and things like that. So that sits in that drawer. In this drawer is my seafoam kit and my Martha Stewart labels. Down here is the stamps, the alpha stamps that I use a lot. I keep a stamp for journaling in here, and then just like smash, these are extra 3x4 cards, and then smash things. I just toss in there and look through as I'm doing Project Life. And then in that bottom drawer is more 3x4 cards, 4x6 cards, things like that. Here's some envelopes. Here's some 4x6 just regular cards. And I got these little things at Target in the dollar section, and they hold those 3x4 cards really well. So that's my Project Life cart. I don't scrap anywhere else but in here, but I like that it's all together there. And then if we move over to this, you guys have all seen this. This is an IKEA cart. And in all of these bottom drawers are punches. So here's punches, here's punches, here's punches, more punches, more punches, and washi tape. And I've run out, there's my glitter tape from American Crafts. And then paper tape back there, like the Seven Gypsies paper tape and things like that. And then here's all of my washi tape. And I've run out of room, so I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do about that. And then I have this thing here, and I keep my full size and my smaller size Fisker stamping things in the bottom drawer. You guys have seen my memento and my small ink pads. I keep them in this drawer. And then all of my acrylic blocks are in that drawer. And so that sits right next to my desk. And then I'm gonna get up off the floor again. Easy, so I don't make you sick. And then here are just things that I keep out, like when I'm crafting. So stuff that I've just purchased and I haven't put away, or things that don't really have a place, or things that I want to use. It's just a place where I can go and look quickly while I'm scrapping to look for certain things to add to the layout. So it's just a matter of just tossing this stuff in there. And there's the My Mind's Eye decorative tape collections, and that's why I am now out of room for washi tape. Here they are. And they're just sitting in that red little bin. All of my roller date stamps are in this bin. And stamps that acrylic stamps or clear stamps that I've bought recently or received recently are in this back container that need to be put away. So I showed you the Clip It Up. Back here are all my knockout punches that, as you can see, I haven't used a lot of, but they're all there. And one of these days I'll pull them out of that there. And then here's kind of where I keep all my embellishments. And all the drawers are labeled. So if they're just general embellishments, like these are all things that have to do with boy. And then like here's pre-made bows. And they just sit in there. These cute little birdhouses. Isn't that cute? I'm going to figure out a way to use that. But so, and then there's specific ones like, let's see, like the Tim Holtz ornate plates and things. And then they sit in the drawer like that. My wood veneers, so like here. My wood veneers sit in there. So this is really just like my embellishment station. I got all those drawers at Home Depot. And then that blue one at the top I got from that yard sale. And I need to take those labels off and relabel that. And then just some more of those IKEA jars with little flowers in them. And then back there, that recipe box is sketches for scrapbook pages. And then below that are, in that click together container, are die cuts. Here, more jars of flowers and things. And then this thing here has all the pictures that I've printed to scrapbook. And then just more jars. These are jars you get at the grocery store. They have fruit in them. And so I eat the fruit. And one of these days I'm going to take these lids and spray paint them or something. But like pom-poms, Valentine's Day stuff. That's like Victorian stuff. Here's some metal clips in there. Some thin ribbon. Flowers. There's a bunch of glass beads in all of these. And then just sand. That's my diamond dust. Bottle caps. You know, just all kinds of glue sticks and extra CD cases down there. And then you come over here, and I just bought this and I don't know what I'm going to put in it yet. But there's my Studio Calico kit. And if my Studio Calico kits start rising to look like my Simon Says Stamps kit, I'm gonna not subscribe to that anymore either. Here are my Copic markers. They sit in there, and they're in number order in there. So I keep my Calico kit here, and I'm thinking that I'm going to use this bin to put my Studio Calico kit in, but we'll see. And then there's all the Simon Says Stamp card kits that I've not used. And then in this Sterilite Q set here, I have journaling cards. And so like these are themed, so Christmas or fall or things like that. And then these are like neutral colors. And I'm not sure I'm happy with how they are right now, but for now they just sit there. And then below my Copics here, these are my stickles and my paint daubers and my distress stains. All my mists are in here with my swatches. And then down in here is all glitter, alcohol inks, and flock. And then my poor little typewriter, I have to get a small little table for him. Here he is. He's sitting on the floor, but I love him and I use him a lot. And he's sitting on top of my guillotine trimmer. I keep telling my husband I need a bigger room, and he keeps saying no. And then here are just other markers, so like thicker, I don't know, Sharpies and things like that, pencils and pens. That's all my embossing powder in those little Tupperware things. And here are all my clear stamps. Like I said, I keep them in those CD cases. And then if you look up here, these are my large stamps, my large clear stamps, and I keep them in these DVD containers that I bought. They don't fit in the CD cases, so I bought those DVD cases and put them in there. And they're just miscellaneous storage bins that I haven't used yet. And then if we walk a little bit over here, we're almost done. So acrylic sheeting in there, storage bags in here, large spool ribbon in there, a bunch of miscellaneous tools in here. And then you can see my wood stamps, and they're all numbered so that I can find them quickly. And I will show you in a different video how I keep track of my stamps, but there they all are. And then in that very bottom drawer is quilling supplies, because I thought I was going to start quilling, and then I got bored with that. So. And then here is the paper mess. Stacks at the top. And I forced myself yesterday not to buy any more stacks because I don't use them. That's where they sit. My light box is back there. And then this top part of the paper rack is just, I don't know what you would call it. Like just, it's pattern paper, but it's like solid patterns. It's like tone-on-tone patterns. See, like that's purple. and they're by color. And I don't know, those are, when I say I took paper and I don't know who the manufacturer is, it's because I ripped them all out of the paper pads, and there they are. Here's some more flowers that I have. They sit here. These are all the paper pads or whatever that I've just purchased and haven't put away yet. And then back there are all of the supplies that as I'm going through and I purge, I throw them up there. So I'm going to sell, I think I'm going to sell my silhouette, my other silhouette. It works great, but I bought the Cameo, so that sits there because I'm going to get rid of it. And then here are all my papers by manufacturer. And I will pull out as far as I can. And then you can see, and they sit back in there too. That's in the back corner here. And it's going to get really dark, but in that back corner there are all my solid card stock back there. And then here is, my sister-in-law came up to scrapbook, and there's the project she was working on, so that I just kept it there. And then those two bins keep my camera supplies. And then that's where I keep my scraps, where they live permanently, in that cart there. And they're by color. And then I have this tower of drawers. Woo! All the way up to the ceiling. And it just has miscellaneous stuff in it. I keep a lot of miscellaneous stuff. It's how I scrapbook. So, I mean, I know where everything is, so it works for me. But, like, there's chain in here. There's some game pieces. More chain. This is color chain or smaller chain. Here's some clips for the clip it up. You know, just a whole bevy of stuff. And then up there are my grunge board. Those are my old kid journals. That up there is flowers and ribbon. And then in these red bins that I got from IKEA are all the cards that I've made by theme. This is an idea book that I've put together, and that's chipboard shapes that came in that kit like that. And then if you go and you look, I have 4 shelves of these. There's 10 of those white boxes on, so there's 40 of them, and they just keep things like extra floss. Here's all my chalks, metals and mirrors. I mean, you guys can read. Sequins, fabric paint, clothespins, pom-poms. I'll just let you read them if you're interested. And then in those containers there are things, ephemera that I've collected over the years, and they're in those envelopes by year order, so when I'm going to scrapbook a specific event, I can just pull it out from there. So it's extra, like these are ornaments, texture plates, just all kinds of stuff in those white bins. And that's it. And then you turn back around here, and there's the camera, and there's the room. And it's, I mean, it's cramped a little bit, but it works for, I mean, I'm the only person that, like, really ever comes in here, so it works for me. And if I have people over to scrapbook, I don't sit in here. We set up tables in the kids' room, and we scrap in there, and then we can just come in here and get whatever we need. So that's my room, guys. For now. That's how it looks for now. And, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any specific questions about how I store things, please let me know, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.